Righty-ho, let's do this. Hello, folksicles. 9 o'clock. No, it's not 9 o'clock. It's 7:30, isn't it? It's been one of those days. I've been here since this morning. Right, 7:30 Thursday. It is time for Live in the Studio with me, Mel, the terrain tutor. That's a new start. How are you, folks? Right, let me know in the comments if you're here. We're going to be busy tonight because we're making a caulking battle mat. That does mean that it's going to be a bit on the fly because I'm photographing it for the book. I'm also going to try and record a tutorial for it. So we're just going to have to see how we go, if you know what I mean. Right. Bang your t-shirt, Mel. Thank you, buddy. Bit hot, but I've got to go put the jumper on in a minute. So I see Joanne, RC, Dave, Real Bad Voc, Jimmy, Josh over on Facebook. Hello, buddy. Right, let's keep it coming. Let's keep the people coming. Now I am, as I said, I'm recording a video. This one, so you may see this again. Yeah. I'm already getting hot. Hey, for a start. Morning, Mal. 4 a.m. here in Australia. Whoa, dude, you've got a bad case of the insomnia. So, need to get set up. Hey, Jace. And where's my mic? My fluffy mic. There you go. Right, so I am going to be a busy chap. Now I'm going to set the cameras up. You sort of caught me on the hop as it goes. Yeah, the reason being is I've been busy doing my hills for the book, and so I've been madcapped, and then it was like, live stream time. So we're going to have to see how we do. Yeah, I don't say we've got many watching. Is it a good day? Is it a hot day outside or something? Right, let me put these over here. Like that. Switch that on. You're going to have to excuse me for a second because I am going to be backwards and forwards and all that sort of stuff, as I usually am. There you go, that'll do nicely there for the start of the video. Now, I am also expecting Fred to come up rather soon, so, yeah, it'll be nice to watch. Really nice to have Fredicus in the room. He'll be here soon enough. How is the other studio coming along? I haven't done anything with it. I've only signed the contract and I'm not due to take it on until October. The reason being is I don't want anything else on my plate while I'm doing the book. Yeah, so I mean I'm sort of juggling enough between producing channel content and the videos for the channel as well as, you know, doing the book stuff. So I haven't even touched the other studio yet, to be perfectly honest. Right. Before Fred comes up, let's see if we can record the intro. He might walk in right in the middle of it. But that's the risk we take. Now, if you're wondering why I'm putting a jumper on, it's so that when you watch the videos, yeah, there's a bit of continuity and my clothes don't keep changing. Although if you watch careful enough, my collar does. Alright, yeah, we're over there. Okay, guys, I'm going to start recording this video now, so you guys just watch along. As always, yeah, we do play the game where you've got to guess how many takes it's going to take me to do the first one. Shall we see? Go on, get your bets in now. I don't think I'm going to do it in one take, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, but we'll see. Shall we see? Oh. Hey folks, Mel the Terrain Tutor back in the studio and back with another tutorial for you. Yes, we're taking a diversion from our rocks at the moment, and because of the live stream there's been a lot of requests for us to do acrylic battle mats. Now if you're a long time viewer of the channel, you'll know that a while back we did a load of terrain lab videos where we were messing around with acrylic caulking and that sort of stuff. And these are all the results. These are all the tests that we did on the various acrylic caulkings. And I think there's about 20 different tests here when we were working it all out. Now these were put up and they were put on the shelves, yeah, basically so that we could come back and look at them perhaps 6 months, a year later and see how they were doing. And some haven't fared that well, some have done really well, and off the back of that I have a recipe for making acrylic battle mats. So this tutorial is going to be about making an acrylic battle mat. Now I've got it all nailed down. I don't like doing tutorials if I don't really know what I'm doing, if you know what I mean. I don't like sort of doing them off the cuff. I prefer to really know. And with something like this, I want to make sure that if I'm showing you something, then it's right, and I know that what I've done stands the test of time. And these, the good ones on these have stood the test of time, and they are good. Yeah, so we're going to be taking all of these and everything we've learned from this, yeah, to make some beautiful, yeah, jungle battle mats. Yeah, I'm thinking mainly about my Burma build. So that's the battle plan. So with that in mind, what we need to do is clear the desk. Just like that. Okay, and what we're going to do is we'll change camera angle and I'll show you how we're doing it. Nailed it in one. Ah, ah. My God, that's a first. That is a first. This really is behind the scenes. Yes, it is behind the scenes. The irony is that, you know, probably next week you'll be sitting there going, I'm sure I've seen this before. Right. Time to get set up for the actual recording of the tutorial. I can take this off now before I melt. Just got to remember to put it on for the outro. One. Jason got it in one. Right. Got that done. I can move my keyboard to somewhere else. The studio is just like a bomb site at the minute. Absolute bomb site. Right, let me go switch that off before it fills my phone up. I've started recording off my phone. Yeah, rather than my main cameras, because the camera on this is bloody brilliant. Yeah. Oh. I just need to shuffle this out of the way a little. Is that clear? Yeah. I'm going to need some paint. In fact, I'll get some of that paint. I'm going to need my spoon. Spun. Hey, William. Have the t-shirts made up and you have to wear a jumper. The thing is, I've got all sorts of t-shirts and various things. Yeah, but it's about continuity. And if I just leave my jumper there, then I can always be sure that, you know, the one thing that I need to wear on the channel is there. Same, you don't have to mess with the settings. Exactly. Creative spaces are supposed to be bomb sites. Oh, I don't know. I mean, I have had a bit of a bloody mare today, to be perfectly honest. I've been doing the hills, and I had to cut a load more bases and that sort of stuff because my previous hills, they didn't go right. Yeah, so I had to redo them. And I came to cut them out and someone has nicked my jigsaw. Now at first I thought it was at home. So I thought, hey up, I've left it at home. I've rang Kez. Kez says, no, it's definitely not here. It's definitely not in the studio. So what happened was, the last time I was making bases, yeah, come on in Fred. Hello, buddy.
Evening all.
Evening all. Fred's here with us. Yeah, so the last time I was making bases, I'd left my jigsaw downstairs as I was tidying up, and someone's obviously come along, yeah, and thought, I'll have that. And they've had it, so they've had my bloody Bosch jigsaw. So I am not a happy chappy right now.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, 60 quid's worth. No, it's gone. It's been nicked.
Well, put a notice up on the board saying if anybody's found it, could you please return it?
They're not going to return it, are they? No one's found a Bosch jigsaw in the box. They've walked along, seen it as I was packing up. Yeah, they picked it up and gone off with it, and then obviously as I've been up and down, I haven't spotted that. I'm missing it.
I'll ask around, see if anybody's.
Yeah, ask around. Yeah. Listen, no accusations, because you know what this lot are like. Yeah, so
if it's not nailed down, it'll move.
So yeah, with regards to the stream donations, if you want to help me out, yeah, I am missing a jigsaw. Yeah, so links down below, guys. Otherwise, I'm going to have to go out and get one. Well, I'm going to have to go out and get one anyway, because I can't work without one. No. It took forever to cut those bases.
I bet, yeah. Yeah, jigsaws are very useful things. Pat used to have one actually. She hasn't got it anymore, unfortunately.
I know.
Yeah.
Hey, what can you do?
Yeah.
Right, so keep an eye. Sold your first flooring, Fred. Has your floral painting sold?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, we sold it. Yeah, to a client in Florida.
Oh, very nice.
Excuse me. Yeah, so that was nice because I'd only finished about 4 days before.
Yeah. That was a quick sale.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, very quick. Yeah. So he instantly liked it. He sent us an email saying, "Love the bugs."
Yeah.
Because I put bees and a blue bottle in it. Yeah. Not many people realise that flowers pollinate. That flies pollinate flowers. Just the same as bees do, actually.
Anything that flies around, going from plant to plant, will pollinate.
Do you know? I actually learned that from doing this. So it's great creativity because you learn along the process of.
You always do, don't you?
Yeah,
you always do.
Know before, yeah. So I proudly put a blue bottle on one of my flowers.
Right. So I'm recording a video as we go, so we'll have to be quiet for little bits.
Okay.
Yeah. Jace is here. Missed you guys.
Hi, Jace.
Yes, Jace. Hello, Jace. Yes, my jigsaw has been nicked, mate. Jace was in the studio earlier. He was helping me cut bases and do that sort of stuff because I was just snowed under. Yeah. And so, I'm down a jigsaw. Some thieving gits had it. It's not at home. Gutted. Right, I'm going to do a little bit of recording now. So I'll leave you guys with the guys in the chat. Yeah. Can you step back a bit for me, Fred?
Yep.
Brilliant. Right. Oh, video. Right, recording time. Got to get this right now, haven't I? Don't take the mick out of me. What am I going to say?
What's this material?
It's just a dust sheet.
Oh, right, yeah. It's like Hessian or something?
Yeah, it's a Hessian dust sheet, but it's got a plastic backing.
Ah, yeah.
So it all holds together. If you lift it up and look at the other side,
I see.
Size.
Yeah. So it's the kind of thing that painters and decorators use to stand on when they're.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's dirt cheap and you can get tons of it.
Yeah.
Right, so I need to take this off and I need to take that one off. Right, so I'll try the recording now. I don't know how to start. This is awful. You're going to have to step back, mate. You'll be in camera shot. Do you want to sit yourself on there for a second?
Yeah, okay.
Nice one. So starting off to create your battle mat, what you need a material to attach your caulking to. And for that, I've gone for this dust sheet. Now this is a simple dust sheet from a hardware store, but what's special about it is that it's plasticized on the back. Now this was a learning point. What I discovered was the first time we did one of these battle mats, I just used a normal dust sheet, a Hessian weave, and the acrylic caulking actually went through it and stuck the battle mat to my table, which is why the table had to be flipped up, because underneath here is just lots and lots of bits of acrylic caulking. So if you're going to do this, you must protect the surface you're laying onto with either a plastic sheet or get a material that is plastic backed. Okay, next thing is you need to pin it down. Now we're using a 2x2 board on this one, yeah, just because it's easier to show you on the tutorial. The techniques that we do and everything we do, that you can expand them up to a larger area with no worries whatsoever, so don't be concerned about that. Yeah, but this just makes it a bit easier for me to show you the techniques. So we're going to start off, yeah, and here's actually, it's pulled nice and taut, yeah. The reason you want it nice and tight is as you're spreading the acrylic caulking out on it, what will happen is that you will, it will grip to it. And as you spread it, it can cause wrinkles if it isn't nice and tight. So make sure it's nice and tight, make sure it's well spread out. And then once you've got that and it's fixed all down, it's time to mix up some acrylic caulking. So that's what we're going to do next. Got that bit? Right.
You mentioned you used thumbtacks on the sides too.
They can see it on the video, mate.
Oh, can they?
Yeah. That's the benefit of video over doing the book. Yeah, there's various bits that people can actually see.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Right. That's always something I have a problem with.
Yeah.
Bought me philosophical mug today.
Your philosophical mug. What makes it a philosophical mug?
It says, just when the caterpillar thought the world was over, it became a butterfly.
Do you know what's really weird about butterflies and caterpillars?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know that a butterfly comes from a caterpillar after it's gone through the chrysalis.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that inside the inside the caterpillar, yeah, are the butterfly's wings? Yeah.
I suppose there must be, yeah, in like embryonic form.
No, they're full,
folded in.
all the way through the
right.
middle.
Oh, I didn't know
yeah,
that,
the
right.
caterpillar.
Yeah.
And then what happens is when they go into a chrysalis, the caterpillar breaks down into a goo, yeah, and reforms as a butterfly around the wings.
Wow.
Yeah. Here's another one for you. Yeah, because obviously Kez did biology and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah, I know nothing about any of this.
Yeah, well, there's this thing, yeah, where if you get caterpillars, yeah, and you shine a red light on them whilst giving them a mild electrical charge, it agitates them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they associate the red light with the electric charge.
Yeah.
If you then take those caterpillars, yeah, and then you let them become butterflies, if you shine a red light on the butterflies, they become agitated because they remember the electric charge, even though their brains and everything have completely turned to gloop.
Good heavens.
Yeah, they remember it.
It's got a memory imprint. Yeah.
How crazy is that?
Yeah, that's strange, isn't it? Yeah, you wouldn't think it would be possible, would you?
You wouldn't.
The brain's broken down and been reformulated again.
Yeah, how's it remembering that stuff? But it's encoded in its cells.
Yeah, but I suppose on a molecular level it's still there.
Yeah, exactly. That's literally, and that's crazy.
Just goes to show that what you see isn't always what's going on. Yeah.
Bloody tea leaves taking Mr. Bo's jigsaw. Yes, Jay, so that's our target for tonight, a new jigsaw. If we do it, we do it. If we don't, we don't. You know, I'm rather pragmatic over these things. Okay, so next off we need cork. Yeah. Start recording again. You'll have to step back, Fred.
Okay.
Right, got to do the next bit now. You guys, what I'll do is I'll change the direction of the camera after this bit so you can see what I'm actually doing when it gets to spreading on the sheet, yeah? Yeah, but just give me a second. Now the key ingredient for our caulking battle mat is caulking, and what we're using is this. This is what's your decorator's caulk. Flexible, paintable, easy to smooth, and it's acrylic based, so it's a flexible acrylic paste. Okay, so what we're going to do is, using a caulking gun, I'm going to empty this into here. And for a 2x2, you really want to use about a tube and a half. Yeah. That's one. And then for the second one. Yeah, so we squirt that out. How far through are we? We're about there now. One more. There we go. So, pop that out of there. There we have our mass of decorator's cork. And as you can see, it's quite thick. Okay, and it's going to be a little bit difficult to actually spread out. So what we're going to do is we're going to mix a bit of paint in it. Now this is the base colour for my Burma board. Yeah, so all my Burma stuff, ooh, I didn't mean to do that. All my Burma stuff, yeah, basically goes in this sort of reddy brown colour. Yeah, and I'm going to mix a bit of this paint in with this. Now the key ratio is I don't want to go any more than 10%. Any more than 10% of a liquid, yeah, into the acrylic caulking, and it loses its flexibility and it starts to crack when you move it around and when you roll it up. So no more than 10%, which is about, yeah, 3 spoons. Yeah, so there we are. The next job I've got to do, give it a mix. And all we got to do is just keep mixing this up until it's one big slop. Back in a second, guys. Yeah, right. Let me mix this up now. Right, okay. God, looks lovely, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, looks like chocolate fudge.
Look at that.
Chocolate brownie. Yeah, I'm surprised you need so much actually, but you've got to build it up instead of 3D.
No, watch it. It'll just be one single layer.
Yeah. So it really takes, the fabric really takes a lot then.
It does, but what I don't want to do is, I'm probably not going to need all of this. Yeah, but what I don't want to do is...
Run out halfway.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, yeah. It's always better to have a bit more than you need than not quite enough, isn't it?
Yeah.
Same with paint. Always end up throwing something away.
Yeah, I need a bit of black. Now, now we've mixed that in, and as you can see, it's lightened it up a bit. So I want to dark that down a bit. So let's go for a bit of raw umber. Burnt umber would be better, wouldn't it? Because it's more ready.
Yeah, it'll be a warmer colour, yeah.
Oh, you spoke on the tutorial. See yourself down there, Fred. I've got to do this again.
I didn't know you were filming.
So we've mixed our paint in. So we've mixed our paint in with our acrylic caulking, and it's mixed well, and it's thinned it down great for spreading, but it's a little bit lighter now because obviously we've mixed it in with white. So what I've got here is I've got burnt umber, which is a nice reddy brown. I'm just going to throw a bit of that in. Acrylic paint over house paint has a much stronger pigment, so it'll be able to carry it and darken it up without thinning it too much. So I'll give this a stir and we'll bring it back once it's been done. That's better. Right, back in a sec, guys. I'm not even going to bother to... Right, I need to take a quick couple of photographs for the book. Yeah, and then we'll get spreading. I need my cloth for that, otherwise it's going to be everywhere. Right, grab that out of the way. Yeah. That, and that. Things you have to do, eh? And watch your eyes, Fred, because of the flash. And one more. Yeah. Right. Let me actually get the other webcam out so you guys can watch. Right. I'll have to see which way that points. Breaking into a sweat already. I'll catch up with the comments and in fact I'll do that in just a second. Right, let's stop that.
So I'll pop the door in for a bit of airflow maybe?
No, you're alright, mate. It's just because I'm running round. It doesn't matter if I don't have the jumper on now, Cat. The camera's pointing that way. What are we building? We're doing a battle mat. Right, so I've taken that photo. Next one, I need the board. Right, let's switch over that webcam so you guys can see what I'm up to. Right, desk, transition, and then move it across so you can see what I'm doing, guys. Yeah, that's a decent enough view, isn't it? There we go. Right, Mel, do you personally prefer a battle mat or a proper board? Whichever, mate. I don't really mind, to be truthful. Horses for courses. Wherever I've got and I can play on, I'll play on.
Something to be said for customising it yourself, though.
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. But, I mean, you can customise boards yourself, can't you?
I suppose, yeah.
Yeah. Right. Start recording. I am recording, Predigus. Now we've made... Right, now we've mixed up our acrylic caulking base and got it away from white and into a more browny colour. You're never going to get it to the perfect brown. There's just too much white in it. Yeah, but what you don't want is white underneath your flock and that sort of stuff. So it's always better to mix a bit of paint in. Pigments will work as well. Yeah. But what we're going to do is... Basically, I'm going to get probably about half of it. I'm just going to dollop it on there. Yeah, and the first thing I'm going to do is start to spread it out. Yeah, and I'm just using the spoon here, and as you can see straight away, yeah, our gloop hasn't gone far at all. Yeah, throw that on there. And then what I've got is, I've got one of these plastic spreaders. Okay, and these are great for this sort of job because they'll allow me to spread it out all over the place. Quick tip, yeah, just wet the blade because it helps it spread. And all I'm doing is just getting it all over the piece. Okay. And I'm going to continue spreading this out until it's all over. Stop that. Quick photo time. This is my life, diving from one side of the desk to the other.
So do you have to keep it in thin layers?
You can't go too thick or it won't roll.
Oh,
yeah. So we
yeah.
very quickly bring that over to there. Yeah, we'll be able to take a photo of it. Watch your eyes, Fred. Need to move that way a little. Got that one. Right, let's crack on. We're doing it. You see the things I have to do. Right, so that one's going down. We'll just put the rest of it on.
I'm fascinated by these that you've created.
Don't speak about those. They're not supposed to know about those. They're for the book.
Ah, right.
Yeah, so we don't mention those, Fred.
Top secret.
Yeah, they're not allowed to see those. So I'm just getting the last of my caulking out. Is that still recording? Yeah. No, it isn't. Oh, it was recording before, wasn't it?
Yeah, you stopped it. Yeah.
So we're getting the last of our caulking out just to cover these last few bits. Yeah, give it a quick smooth out with the spoon just to help spread it out, and then we'll smooth it off with the actual spreader in a second. Yeah. Now I'm going to try and take it right up to the edge on this as best as I can, but it's probably going to get a bit messy. So, back to the spreader. Take it right up to the edge, and I want a good coat all over it. I'm looking to make sure that every little bit, yeah, has a thickness on it that I can't see the weave. If I can see the weave, we've got problems because it's not thick enough. Right. I think we've got all of it. Yeah. That'll do. Ooh. So, that's that done. Right, these I've got to throw in my bucket. Clean my hands off because I get very messy doing this.
Was that bucket of water down there?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it went dry, yeah?
Yeah. Right, now it's spread out. Right, I am recording this tutorial, yeah. I need that. Now it's spread out. Right. Now it's spread out, I want to put a couple of paths on there. And for the paths, I'm going to be using, just fine aggregates or just a fine sand. And so we're going to go and I'm just sprinkling it down. Yeah, I'm not trying to put it on too thick because the top surface won't grip. Yeah, it'll only grip where it actually sticks to the actual acrylic caulking. So we're going to have a path down here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to continue the path off here, and then I'm going to bring another path down there. So we'll bring it back once it's done. That's it. Looking good, eh? He says as he gets distracted. That passed a bit wider there than I was expecting. And then let's have an offshoot, say, this way. Now I could stipple this and I could use a carrier bag that's been dipped in water, and that I can use that to create a texture on it, but it's not that realistic, which is why I'm going for the sand. Now, if you notice on the sand, it's slowly getting darker. That's as the moisture from the acrylic caulking is soaking up. Now, even though the moisture is soaking up, it doesn't mean it's going to grip it. Yeah, so we're going to shake off the excess in a minute. Just widen that one a little. And then tap it down. All I'm doing here is forcing the sand into the acrylic caulking. I'm being very careful to make sure I'm not actually hitting the acrylic caulking itself. Otherwise it's just going to stipple on my fingers. So with the sand on, next job is shake it off. And there you go, we've actually got quite a decent adhesion on that. So I'm quite pleased with that. Right, let's just give that a second to dry and we'll just come back in a second. There we go. Photo time. Right, let me have a look at the comments, because I am really naff, I'm missing them.
Oh, it's because you're doing three things at the same time.
I'm doing three things at the same time. Yeah, people are talking. Very quickly. I don't know if I've had any PayPals because I'm using my phone.
Oh, right.
I need to smooth that off there. That's just...
Those got caught.
Yeah. Right. So, photo time.
Yeah, with anything like that, more than one thin layer is better than one thick one.
Oh yeah, yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
Watch your eyes. And again. Yeah, that's done. Right, now the good bit. Herbs. Big bag of herbs. Should be around here somewhere. There it is.
Sprinkle on your pizza as well.
Yeah. Well, this stuff is going to smell lovely.
Yeah.
Right, you'll have to step back as I'm recording. So as you can see, the sand has stuck really well with the acrylic caulking holding it. Next thing we need to do is we need to create our jungle floor on these areas. And for that, I'm using this. I got it off Amazon. Our Tam gave me the link, yeah. And it's from a company called Suma, and it's just a 1 kilo bag of mixed herbs. And it smells delicious. Yeah, so the next job is this side, and here we're going to sprinkle mixed herbs. Right, I can chat while we do this because I can fast forward it. So guys, he'll likely see your comment soon, mate. He has his head in the middle of filming. Right, Ivor from Barrage. Hey up, Ivor, how are you doing, mate? You'll have to excuse me, I'm sort of right in the middle of stuff. I normally don't do tutorials when I'm doing a live stream because it's a bit higgledy-piggledy to do tutorials whilst you're doing a live stream, to be perfectly honest. But, you know, sod it. In for a penny, in for a pound. Right, let's get it up to this. Right, 1 second, Fred. Now, as I'm sprinkling it down here, I'm going to the side of the path. Because the sand is already stuck down, the herbs won't stick to the path. Or very few of them will. Yeah, so I don't have to worry if I go over too much, but I'm trying to be as careful as possible. Yeah, with regards to the larger filled areas, I'm just filling those in as we go, guys. Looks beautiful, doesn't it?
That looks good, yeah. Just like a half covering action, you got that?
Yeah, all I want is I want to get it thick enough that I've got a solid layer. Yeah, because then I can tap down on it and press it in.
Right, I'm with you, yeah.
Yeah, so I need to cover all the acrylic caulking.
So what's your open time for this?
You can work acrylic caulking for a couple of hours.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's quite slow then, yeah.
Yeah, but I just want to get it done. There we go.
Really effective, isn't it?
It will be once it's done, mate.
Yeah.
You don't see any blind spots? Ah, there. I missed some there. Now, in fact, I should... What do you call it? Yeah.
That's pretty well covered then, isn't it?
Yeah. So, let's do this side. I know. You can see I'm getting a bit more sloppy now.
Creative expression, that is.
Is that what it is? Creative expression? Creative frustration, more like it. That's it. Yeah, Barrage this year either. Well, oh yeah, I did a... Or has it been a petition to be renamed Ben Stokes? Eh? Stoke City? I've no idea what's going in the chat. This is what happens on these live shows when I try and do things like this. I completely miss the chat.
Yeah. There was a lively debate going on the other day on your online.
Oh God! Well, no, don't even start, Fred. We had this conversation. Amazon apocalypse.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not gonna. We'll leave that one. I'm going on quite thick here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to shake off the excess anyway.
Right. Yeah. Can you reuse the bits that fall off?
I intend to.
Yeah.
Waste not, want not.
No, absolutely. Yeah.
That's it. Up here. Fill this edge of this path in, then we can just fill some gaps.
ever tried experimenting with other base colours in the mix?
Yeah, the various ones. Yeah, you can use browns and all sorts. Pigments can really change colour. Plus, you can get what you call it brown caulking, which really helps.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, B&Q was out of it when I picked these up.
Yeah.
So I've got to go with what I've got.
So you'd be interested if you use black and put this on the black.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, because it really come out really nicely. Although it works really well on the brown as well, obviously, yeah.
Right, give me a second because I've got to just do some talking. Right, also I need some newspaper. Yeah, so one there. Yeah, and another one. Right, so we've sprinkled our mixed herbs onto our base, and the next job is I just want to come along and I want to give it a bit of a pat. The idea is I'm just, much like when we did with the sand, I'm just trying to force that herb texture into the acrylic caulking. So as little as possible comes off when we give it a shake, and it maintains as much of the texture as possible. Yeah, so just tapping it along there, and then same with this side, and I'll just carry on with this and we'll come back once I've tapped it all down. Come on, baby. I think that's tapped down enough. We won't know until we pour it off, guys. It's always the moment of truth. Yeah, we can always go in and do another little sprinkle. So that's all been tapped down now, and it is the moment of the truth to see how much of our herbs have stuck to our base. So we're going to tip it onto the paper that's just there and shake it off. And the worst thing is I can see how much has come off, but I can't see what's stayed on. So there we go. That is all stuck. Just let me shake that excess off. Just that's caught on that rim there. And there we have it. Yeah, now that is all stuck. And as you can see straight away, you can see our paths. Yeah, and we can see our jungle texture. Yeah, I just want to save this up. So give me a second just to tidy up and I'll be back in a sec. Yeah, that's fine.
That's a really effective way of doing that.
It is, isn't it?
Did you invent this? Was it just
I refined it is the best.
Yeah.
It's not my technique, but we did a load of those tests and we figured it all out for the best results. So I can't claim this is mine.
No.
Yeah, but what I can say is, look, you know, we've tested it. We know this is what works because we did these tests over a year.
Yeah.
We did those a year ago and then left them in storage to see if they maintain their flexibility.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, well, that the last thing I want to do is do a tutorial. Loads of people do it, and then 6 months later their mats crack.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, because I didn't wait the time to see if the recipe was right.
Yeah.
That's how I know you should only put 10% max in.
Yeah.
So very quickly, let me get rid of those herbs in there. I'm going to take one quick photo of this and then I'm going to have a little break. Yeah, so.
It's very effective, though.
It is. You lot shouldn't really be seeing this. This is coming for the book. Oh, Dave telling me off. He won't actually tell me off, but...
Well, it's always good to have a little thing to whet people's appetite with.
It certainly is. And another one where the flash works. Yeah, lovely. Right.
That's a really nice contrast between the path and the
It is.
texture.
It is, mate. Right. So,
Must be some way of applying this to a fine art application, I'm sure.
look at you, trying to figure out how you can flog it.
Yeah.
Right, let's have a... Right, guys, I'm just going to have a couple of minutes, and then we'll catch up. 50th celebration of the moon landing. Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, as Jay says, we're going to be, Tamsin saying Poundland have brown acrylic frame sealant. B&Q normally do. They were just out of stock. Yes, we're at Warlord this Saturday if you want to come along. I'll tell Dave, then he can tell you off. Don't tell Dave. Right, one thing I do need to do is I just need to take a quick break and check if any of you have actually donated, because I can't see that whilst my phone is recording. I see PayPals. So people have.
That's good.
Yeah. My fingerprint is covered with acrylic caulking and it's not recognising it. There we are. Right. Let's do these PayPals.
That really is effective. You could spray it over to fix it as well with an acrylic.
That's the plan.
Spray. Oh, is that what you're going to do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, we have donations from, Glenn S. He sent a tenner. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, and Dave C. He sent a £5. So we are, I think that it's 60 quid. So we're a quarter of the way there.
Nice one.
Towards the new jigsaw, mate. Cheers from Glenn S. And from Dave, just the money sent. Thanks, guys. It is genuinely really appreciated. You know, I couldn't do this without your support, guys. Right, let's pop that back in there. That's getting very warm. It's got about 13% left on it.
It's making me feel hungry smelling that.
I know. Gets to you, doesn't it? It really gets to you. Right, the next job is we need to seal it. So out comes the airbrush.
Right.
Untangle my cables. I took a photo of it. Attach my airbrush. No probs, Mel. Thanks, Dave. No probs. Glenn Sanford. No probs. Thanks, guys. It is genuinely appreciated. Tamsin's just chipped in. I've just set it up. I will shout you out on the next one, Tam, after we've done this spraying. Right, so airbrush. Now obviously, we've still got a lot of loose bits on this, so we're going to seal it off. Okay? And to do that, we're going to make a bit of a wash. Well, kind of a wash. Yeah, so, didn't want to do that. Where's my lovely red paint? My reddy brown. My jungle brown. Nice and thinned. So, we'll throw this in here. I should really it. Let me record this, guys. Recorded. So after it's been shaken off and we've left it to settle for a little while, it has stuck rather well, but we do have some loose bits on here. Also, I want it a little bit darker to match my actual Burma terrain. So, my Burma terrain looks like this. Yeah? And as you can see, if I hold it there, there's quite a bit of a difference. Yeah, they're green, that's brown. Now, the base itself is just mixed herbs. It's just that it's been spray painted. Yeah? And so for that, I've got my base... the base brown that we used, that we originally mixed in with our caulking. Yeah, that's nice reddy brown. And I'm just going to pour, about that much in there. Yeah, I want it to help stick, so we're going to throw some PVA in with it. Help thicken it up. Let me just squeeze some of that. Yeah, go on. There we go. And then all we need to do is just give it a bit of a stir, as you do. Let me get a stirrer.
You can also get like a clear acrylic resin if you wanted to keep the colour the same.
It would crack when you rolled it.
Oh, would it?
Yeah.
Yeah, even with acrylic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With it being a resin. It's hard setting, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose, yes. Yeah, I suppose so, yeah.
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 Right, let me record, mate.
Okay.
So we've mixed it up and we've got this sort of like browny sort of, it's made it slightly lighter, but I'm not concerned about that. But it's thin enough to go through my airbrush. And an airbrush is the best way of applying this. You can use a squirter, but it's a bit haphazard. Okay, so all I'm going to do, in fact I better switch my airbrush on. And I'm going to be pumping this out with a rather low air pressure. The reason being is that I don't want to blow all my, all my herbs away. So, pour a bit of that in there. And hope, beyond hopes, that it's not going to dry up or... There we go. Now as you can see straight away, yeah, everything's starting to brown up. You can see the odd little bit of herbs blasting away. If you hold your airbrush up higher, you get less blasts. There we go. You can tell I'm using a rather thicker paint because my airbrush is stuttering. I'm not soaking, I'm not hitting one particular area more than the other. I'm just trying to go over and give a broad covering across the whole piece. So I'm going to carry on doing this and we'll bring it back once it's done. Come on. Let's give it a bit more juice. I don't think it was thin enough because I'm blowing that all over the place, so let's thin that down a bit. Just got to wash this out. Right. Let's thin that with a little water. With airbrushes, when you're using them, if the paint's too thick, it'll dry in the nozzle.
Oh, I know, yes, I've used one in the past, yeah.
And it can be an absolute pain in the backside, so you need to thin it down a bit.
Yeah, it's even worse than oil paint, believe me.
Well, you can put an oil paint through one of these.
Oh yeah, you can do, yeah, but you have to put it in a very thin solution.
I can imagine.
Yeah, yeah.
So, there we are.
Oh, that's better, isn't it?
Yeah. Come on. Come on. It's firing through. It's just not firing through great. I think I've got a bit of dry tip. There you go. That's the gunk.
Yeah, it's partially blocked.
Yeah.
Get a pin in there or something?
Now I'll have to take it apart and clean it.
Oh.
But it's coming through enough for me to do this. I'm just trying not to blow all my herbs away before I do.
Yeah.
There we are, now it's flowing better.
That's better, yeah.
There, that's it. So I'm going to just keep going and keep spreading this out. Right, I'll check the links in just a second. I should I should stop that. I know.
incredible watching that. See, it's going from looking like an English lawn to...
Well, yeah, if you look at the comparison.
Sunbaked grass, yeah. It's like that in Chicago in the summer, all the grass verges are that colour.
I know, I saw when I was over there, it was amazing.
Yeah. It's very hot and dry, yeah.
Yeah, so that's brown enough. Right, so we'll do that side, and then we've just got to do that side. And then I'll check the PayPals and that sort of stuff. Thanks for everyone who's chipping in. I hope you're finding this interesting. Sorry I can't really chat. Yeah, it's just one of those situations, you know what I mean? Tell you what. Let's really put the power on. I can up the power because it's already stuck down quite a bit.
Yeah.
And so basically you're just stuck here with me as I spray this. Mel, check your PayPal again. You need your jigsaw. I'll tell you what, let me get this paint out of this one, clean it off, and then we'll come back and we'll check it, yeah? I really want to get at least... It's taking forever to draw through. Tell you what, let's give it a proper clean, and then we can knock it through. And I'll check my PayPal in just a second. Right, cleaning brush. Right, you're not drawing at all, and that's just water. Oh no, that's going to no, I've actually I've knackered my needle. I've bent my needle. Oh no, not now. Yeah, well bent. It is. That's as I was rocking it round. These Badger airbrushes don't have a needle guard on them, and sometimes when you're throwing them about and that sort of stuff, you can knock them. Yeah. So you have to sort of straighten them again, which is a bit of a fine art, to be truthful.
I can see, yeah.
Yeah, let's see how that does.
Yeah.
Wow, that's gunked up as well. Put that through there. We're just going to have to see how this goes now, or whether I've knackered my airbrush, which would not be ideal.
No.
Really not ideal right now. Right, you're going to squirt water. Oh yeah, you're squirting, but it's off to one side. Right, let's throw a bit of airbrush cleaner through that. I'm going to need some more needles, I think. Oh bugger. Can someone check Amazon, find out if there's a Badger Patriot needles available? I mean, we can still spray with this, but it ain't brilliant.
It's not near as accurate.
No, it's nowhere near as accurate now. It's in, you know, I can see it firing off to the side. Oh, I feel the need. I need the need for fruit. Right, let's see if we can get at least some brown on the rest of this after I've knackered my airbrush. This is what happens when you rush, both. It's clean through anyway. At least I can still use it for base coating just about.
Do you find many applications for it?
To be truthful, it's mainly a base coating tool for me.
Yeah.
Nice. Or at least needles.
I used to have one years ago, but I found using it with oil paint was a bit of a difficult thing because it's constantly getting clogged up.
Yeah.
Because the pigment particles in oil paints are quite large. So unlike water-based paints, which tend to be around a bit thinner, they're smaller particles.
I don't see any sort of greeny bits on that side anymore.
No.
Yeah. And then all we got to do is just that one and this one again.
Yep.
Right, so, that blew off, didn't it? Get the excess off, and then come on. Can't believe I've bent my airbrush needle. Yeah, a bit more.
Still doing the job there, I think.
Oh, it's still spraying.
Yeah.
It's just not precise, and you know I am going to have problems with it locking up.
Yeah, no.
Careful. Come on.
I can hear it struggling.
Yeah. Get a bit of brush in there.
I think it's good actually that it's broken off a little bit of the edge in there.
Yeah.
Because it makes it more realistic.
Staggered. Yeah.
Yeah. So the edges aren't neat, you know. Yeah.
Jace has found Badger Airbrush Needle Company. Yeah. Oh, you can get them. Great. I can order some then. Oh, didn't mean to do that. I forgot that's still wet. It's easy to think that these things are still dry, but they're not, are they?
No. We'll sprinkle a bit more sand on that bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, job done.
Almost. I think we might actually be on a winner here.
That's gluing it and colorising.
Yeah, it's sealing it, holding it all in. The PVA will hold it all together.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll just put a bit more on here.
Very effective technique there.
Right. We might just have enough. Right, let me start recording. There we go. Right, let's give it a wash without breaking my needle again. Screw that in. Right. Finally. One last thing to do with mixed herbs everywhere. Don't want it on that terrain, that's for sure. Right. Want to highlight this path a little. Needing some ochre. Okay, so, yeah, recording. Just give me a second, guys. So we've sprayed down all our herbs, we've blown off the excess, and our paint has gone in and it's sealed all the relevant bits. The next thing I want to do is I just want to highlight these paths up a little. Yeah, so we've got the remainder of our, brown that we used to seal. And then what I've got here is I've got yellow ochre, which is a very earth sort of colour. And it's a great one for highlighting for things like paths. So, squeeze a bit of that in there. Yeah, just like that. Get my stirrer. Give it a bit of a stir. I'm not sure if I might need to thin this down a little. It depends how it comes out. Now, as you notice, it's already going slightly lighter. I don't want to take it much lighter than that, because I think that's going to do us. Yeah, so, into the airbrush.
You're not putting any glue in that one?
It's already got some in, mate.
Oh, okay.
And then, all we need to do is just spray on our pass. I'm going to turn this down. And all I'm doing is very lightly going over this and just raising this up a bit away from the brown that we used for the actual jungle floor. Not that too much. There we go. And when it dries, that will fade in with the brown. And give us our jungle mat. I could do. That's all right. So let me just put that quickly there. And there we have it. There's our jungle mat. All done. Yeah, all we need to do now is just leave that to dry. How simple is that? Right. Let's come back once this is all dried up, eh? And that one. Right, just need to take a quick photo. And then I've done. I can jump into the comments and stuff.
That's really effective. That's worked really well. And of course, yellow ochre is the colour of clay.
Yeah.
So it's natural marl colour.
And another one.
A lot of it comes from Tuscany, northern Italy. It's just literally the ground, the soil.
The ground.
Yeah.
So there we are. Right, let me show this lot. Oh, right. I can clean my airbrush, and I think we've done a good job there. Oh, looks like I've loosened some herbs on it there a little bit. But there you go, guys. That is essentially... there's the webcam, sorry. Yeah, there you go, guys. That's it. That's all you need. That way. I don't want to knock that all over my computer. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and when this dries, this will be a flexible battle mat. So all we need to do now is just leave it to dry. Ta-da! Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Right, I did stop that, didn't I? I didn't start it for some reason. Uh-oh. Did I record that last bit? Let me just check what the last bit on the video is. Play video. Is that jungle mat all done? There you go. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Got it. Right, I see a PayPal. I think there's only one more, so very quickly.
Oh, there's Tam as well.
Yeah. Come on, recognise my fingerprint. It's because it's covered in acrylic caulking. PayPal.
That's really three-dimensional effect, that is, isn't it?
Come on. No match. Oh, I'm in. Oh, right. Oh, bloody hell. Right, we've had a tenner from Tam. Yeah, towards the jigsaw. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, Cat's thrown in 20 quid. Bloody hell, Cat. Calm down. Thank you, darling.
That was generous.
Yeah, and Justin W has sent a fiver as well. Right. Where are we then? So 5, 20, 35, 40, 50. We're a tenner short. We're well on the way, but we're a tenner short. Yeah. That's just brilliant.
That's really nice, yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. I don't know if my phone's going to last long enough.
It's
yeah?
really attitude.
It's got 5%. Let me put it over there on charge while we clean up.
Yeah, best not to let it run down totally because the batteries don't like
They don't like that. Yeah. Right. Let me bring the comments back up. Oh, I've got paint on my computer. Especially when I like finger tea leaves about. Oh, most definitely. Especially these studios. Oh, that's nice and thick. That's going to take some cleaning out.
Yeah, yellow ochre is one of the thickest pigments. Yeah, like I say, it's like
is
mud.
It?
It's like mud. It literally is mud, actually.
It is mud, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do they still get ochre from the earth then?
Yeah, yeah.
So,
it comes from Tuscany and the Harz mountains in Germany as well, apparently.
Right, okay, so it's definitely not something that they've changed for a synthetic then?
No. There are certain things that they're still exactly the same chemical composition of paints that they're used in the Stone Age.
Really?
On the cave paintings, yeah, yellow ochre.
Well, they use yellow ochre on this?
Yeah, because it's just a natural kind of like clay out of the ground. They used red ochre, yellow ochre, and burnt black. Made from burning animal bones.
Oh right, yeah.
So black, ochre, and light red are the three colours that they use. Yeah. And they can mix them together. Get browns or.
Ochre is very thick, isn't it?
Yeah, it's thick stuff. Yeah, it is literally like mud.
I've never seen my airbrush that gopped up from a paint, considering it's thinned down.
Yes, yeah. Even worse than oil paint, because it's even thicker and more glutinous. Yeah, so the pigment particles are bigger.
Right. Is that what it is?
Yeah, in oil paint. Yeah. Water-based media. It's usually finer pigment particles, so. You can use an airbrush easily.
God, look at that. It's gopped all the way through. Oh, is that my belly?
That was me.
Is that you, is it?
It's a smell of these delicious herbs.
I know. Gets to me sometimes. You walk in here.
Smells like pizza.
I mean, this place normally stinks of acrylics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
God, this is good and proper.
Yeah, maybe a bit of hot water or something.
It's got fibres in for somewhere.
Some hot water. Well,
look at that.
Oh yeah. Something weird.
Yeah, where the hell have they come from? That's no wonder it was bloody playing up.
Yeah.
If it's got bloody some sort of fibre in it. Literally hairs in it. Yeah. What bloody hell that is? Have I got it out or is it still in there? No, it's still in there.
It still seems to be coming out the end there.
Ah.
Is it part of the herbage, do you think, maybe?
No, because the herbage never went anywhere near it.
Yeah.
I'm wondering whether it was... I have no idea, to be truthful. I think we've almost got them out. Look at that.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Bloody hell. It is like a... Right. Wherever it was, I think we've got it.
Yeah. What's a mystery? Could it just be dust that's got in there, maybe, and then
no, it's fibrous.
The damp has made it into a
some sort.
Yeah.
I mean, that's definitely fibrous.
Yeah.
So God knows what that is. Right, let's push this all back together. Yeah, and we'll put some airbrush cleaner through it, and then we'll have a quick clean of the desk. Bloody hell! I've said it before, and I doubt this will be the last time I said it, but the folks on the live stream are without the nicest people on. Yeah, they are the most nicest people on the planet, mate, without a shadow of a doubt. Right, airbrush cleaner. And then we should be good. All I've got to do then is just clean up my desk. Look at it everywhere.
Sometimes cleaning up takes more time than the job.
You're right there, mate. Oh, look at the state of me. Right. That's that done. Airbrush clean. Yeah, and my needle is still a little bent, but I'll get another one. That's drying nice.
That's looking really good, yeah. Yeah, very, very, very good. You have to, be happy to get a bit mucky to do these jobs sometimes.
Oh, mate, tell me about it.
When I was working at the university, one of the tutors there told me about another place he'd taught at, where he had a student who couldn't get their hands dirty.
Oh, what? Doing art?
He was trying to do art.
You need to check PayPal, mate. All right, I'm checking it right now, Jace.
He was one of those people who just obsessive compulsive. They kept on washing his hands every 5 minutes. Yeah.
Right. I think in future I'm going to stick these tutorial ones, and I'll wait until Jace is in the studio, because at least Jace can then watch the stream.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Actually, sort of read the comments out to me.
Yeah, well, you should have asked me to do that. No, I could have done that.
I realise, mate, but I didn't want to put it onto you.
No, that's all right.
Put that there. Yeah, we did take a photo of that. Yes. That's done for now, so I can put that over there. Look at the state of my desk, Fred.
Need to spend the whole day cleaning it.
Yeah, yeah, something like that. I'll clean up after the live stream properly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to get that locked down, because look at it, herbs everywhere. Right. I think Mel was using it downstairs whilst he was moving stuff back up to the screen. And yes, it did. There's no point claiming it off the insurance, yeah, because the excess on the insurance is £100. So there's no point claiming it.
Right, yeah. Yeah, it's under the
yeah.
limit.
Right. Oh, God. Is that more PayPals? Yeah, a £5 from John Hewitt.
Oh, nice one.
Thank you, buddy. And Sander Van Dyke, he sent in. Yeah, he sent a tenner. We are good.
Yeah, you made your
yeah
money to get a jigsaw.
And my new needle. Yeah, let me change screens. There you go. So guys, bit of a different one, this one. You've watched the ins and outs of the behind the scenes of genuinely filming a tutorial. That's drying lovely. Yeah, and all I need to do now is just come in and show it off once it's dried, which is an easy thing to do, to be perfectly honest. I just want to very quickly make sure I'm not missing anyone, because there was our Tam as well. Oh, no, we've got what? No, we did Justin W, John Hewitt, Sander, Tam's there. Yeah, brilliant. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for your help on this. Right, highly deductible. One big family. We certainly are. Mel, what needle do you have on the Patriot? What colour is on the end? The blue is 0.5. I've got a blue end to my Patriot, mate. So, there you go. That's a blue one, isn't it? Yeah. A blue bobble. So it's a 0.5. Huh? Yeah. So, if you can put me a link to that for the needle, check out Barwell Bodyworks. Is a donation via PayPal only? Generally via PayPal only. That's all we've got set up for at the minute. Jace, I've got paint and herbs all over my Surface Pro. Just as well I bought a cheap keyboard for it, not the proper one. The proper keyboard's about £100 for it. I got a 20 quid one on the basis that I knew it'd be coming to the studio.
You could get a little hoover thing actually to hoover your keyboard with.
I don't need one.
Gets all the bits out.
I have a proper hoover thing.
A proper hoover thing.
Yeah, so I can do some hoovering.
Yeah.
I need that. So, very quickly, get rid of the herbs. Make my studio back to normal.
So it's good so the next day when you come in you don't have to start cleaning up.
Exactly. There's nothing worse than coming in. Oh God. Acrylic caulking on the desk.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, don't want that. That'll throw things off. Maybe you should have tried a bigger needle, Mel, or have two. What do you call it? The needle's fine, I just shouldn't have bent it as I was cleaning it.
The bigger needle will let out more pressure, so you might have a bit more stuff flowing away.
Yeah, that's the concern, isn't it? Yeah, cheers, Brad. Bloody everywhere, herbs. I just don't want them getting on those pieces.
This is interesting, it's like paper mache.
Don't mention it. Don't let them know.
Oh, is that off camera?
Yeah, that's off camera. That's well off camera. I have to keep the book stuff secret, otherwise I'll be giving away all my little tips and my tricks.
Oh, right.
And then everyone will have seen it by the time that they've actually got to the stage of getting the book.
Yeah.
And so I'm not allowed to, well, I've told myself I'm not showing them.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
They're fine. You hoover terrain, don't you? There we go, that's sorted. Right, clean again, just about. God, that stinks. That's got a bit of an iffy smell to it. God knows how long's that been going. Mel, David Taylor in the chat here is asking what day you can come down to see you in the studio next week. But David Taylor, who's David Taylor? Which Dave Taylor is that?
It's not Chicago Dave, is it?
No.
Yeah.
Dave, email me and have a chat. Herbs, my thought, I'd lost the plot when I was using dill as flattened grass, then mixed the herbs for scatter. I know. And then you produce something that looks like this.
Mm.
And then everyone's like, oh my God, look at it. Yeah? Mm. If you want to check this out, I might even take it to Warlord if it's dried in time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's a little bit cheaper than using Dell. This is expensive. Yeah. Small packets.
Yeah. Right, guys, we are coming up on the 9 o'clock. I've done everything I want to do, and I really need to get cleaned up, to be perfectly honest, and head down to the wash block. So I'm going to love you and leave you. Listen, first off, massive thank you to all the donators this stream, yeah?
Thank you.
Genuinely, I wasn't expecting it, and you've helped me out a lot, to be perfectly honest, because as I'm getting near the ending the book, my budget is getting tighter until I finish the book and I get the next sort of wedge of cash. So I really wasn't in a position to buy another jigsaw, so thank you guys, genuinely. In the meantime, yeah, there is a video coming out on Saturday. Yeah, it's a quick 5-minute interview with a mate of mine when I was in Adepticon. We've got Sandstone, yeah, next Tuesday. Patrons, I'll get this one up for you really quick as soon as it's dried, and that's probably going to drop the Tuesday after. Or I might swap the Sandstone one around. Yeah, we'll see how we go. But you will have a video on Tuesday, there will be a video on Saturday, and I will be back on Sunday to tell you how Warlord went. So in the meantime, guys, thanks for tuning in and sort of keeping me company. Sorry I wasn't much chatty with this one. It's a bit difficult to chat and do that, but Jace and Kat were in the stream and looked after you. So thank you, Jace. Thank you, Kat. And in the meantime, I'm out. It's goodbye from me.
And it's arrivederci for me.
Right, see you later, Fred. Right, let me click this. Laters, guys. Ta-da.